All praise to the Most High. Today we're going to discuss just a very little bit. I hardly get a chance to get any coffee because I'm always striving to get here so that I can get some coffee. You know what I'm saying? So when I get there, it'll be like late. Breakfast be over. Kind of like Spider-Man. I always get there a little too late. After that, we're gonna step outside. We're gonna have us a little bit of 420. So you wanna know who Abaddon is? You know what I'm saying?
That's a joke.
You wanna figure out who Abaddon is.
Oh, Golden State? Yeah.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
A lot of people read the book of Revelations and they read Revelation chapter 9 and then they figure they know everything about Abaddon. You haven't even scratched the surface. You know what I'm saying? You haven't even scratched the surface at that point. You read Revelation chapter 9, and then all of a sudden you think you know everything there is to know about Apollo. You think you know everything there is to know about APOLLYON. Well,
look, they feel like Larry Bird. You fire your ass up, man. He stole the mother, but that mother will fire you up like Larry Bird.
Well, then here's a good question, because somebody just made a bold statement on my YouTube. Making a bold statement.
They said he's first.
They said that.
Get 20 points in the first half.
They said that they are Abaddon. Then they said they not only Abaddon, they said that they are the angel that holds the key to the bottomless pit.
They 5 games out 28 games.
And I'm like, that's a real ignorant statement. Very dumb indeed. Uneducated statement like that. Let me know that you don't know nothing about Revelation chapter 9.
Yes, our mail guest should be inside the worship center. Our mail guest should be inside the worship center for us, please.
You can't be Abaddon and then turn around and say that you got the key and that you're the angel with the key to the bottomless pit. You can't be both. Either you the angel with the key to the bottomless pit, or number 2, you're Abaddon. So how can you be both? So your blasphemy towards my kingdom, and it is very abusive and truculent and abrupt. And all spirituality. Hey, yo, Blue. Hey, Blue.
People be in the paint down there.
Are you looking for somebody else?
You got black and white?
No, my boss just gave me a shoe.
Oh, all right.
$1 million house, I don't find like a move. Yeah, I need to read all that
All right, it looks like they're complete with the coffee.
I think he's still, they ain't gonna let him go nowhere. He gonna stay there. He just needs help, that's all.
You need that play right there, bro?
Best coach in the NFL right there. Best coach in the NFL. He's damn good if you'll check out, man. No, he just didn't have a quarterback like Tom Brady. Tom Brady, they fell out. They fell out, but you gotta have a motherfucker come in. See, Tom Brady he's like a player and a coach. He'll break down. He'll check that.
All right, let me read to y'all why the guy just made a very blasphemous statement towards Revelations, towards my kingdom. Man, that was blasphemy when he said that. He said, listen, he commented on my video, and he said he's Abaddon, and then he turned around and said he's the angel with the key to the bottomless pit. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. How are you gonna be Abaddon and turn around and be the angel with the key to the bottomless pit? Those are two different people. You didn't understand what you read, number one. Number two, the blasphemy that came out of your mouth can't be forgiven. All right? You gotta understand the reason why they crucified Christ. They crucified Christ for one reason, one specific reason, and that's they said that he blasphemed God. Blasphemy. Okay? When you put yourself in the place of God, saying that you are God, to us that's blasphemy, because there's only one God. It's blasphemy. That's the reason why they crucified Christ. Why? Because he said that he is the Son of God. That's why they crucified Christ. I don't want to have to go back and prove to you that that is the reason why he ended up on the cross. On the cross. That's the reason why Christ ended up on the cross. They said that he blasphemed God. He said that he is God, when in fact he is God. Indeed. Just because, okay, so let me get into it. Revelations chapter 9. All right, I'm gonna get into it, then I gotta go smoke me a 420 because that's what I need. That's what I need. Yeah, I'll tell you, bro. If it wasn't for the herb, man, man, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the herb, it'd be millions and millions and millions of angels being called down to this earth. And off with the head, all right? Revelation chapter 9. The fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the sky to the earth. The star was given the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit. He was given the key to the bottomless pit. When he opened the bottom of this pit. Smoke rose from the pit like a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason from the smoke of the pit. And out of the smoke came locusts down upon the earth, and were given power like that of a scorpion of the earth. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth, nor any plant, nor any green thing, but only those men who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. They were told not to kill them, but only to torture them for 5 months. And the agony that they suffered was like that of a sting of a scorpion when the hornet strikes a man. Because a hornet is the only thing with wings that can strike you multiple times and not die, because every other bee, like a honeybee, a bumblebee, or a regular wasp, even though hornets are in the wasp, but it's a different different Vespius. A hornet is a different Vespius than a regular wasp, a yellow jacket, or whatever. You have a red jacket wasp hornet that can strike you multiple times, but they'll die. But this is a murder hornet. What Revelation chapter 9 is talking about is a murder hornet. Asian giant hornet, you call them Asian giant hornets. But I had a specimen, a live specimen. That thing was like this big, like for real, like this big. That's about the size of my phone. You know what I'm saying? I had it in a bottle. I was going to turn it into science. And as soon as I got to Dallas, I tried to put it in science in Fort Worth. And I came to Dallas to bring it to a science, to put it in science so people can actually see how big these things really are. It got stolen. Now, I uploaded it to one of my YouTubes, and I uploaded it to a TikTok that I had once. But then, and when I say I be thinking that the government is following me everywhere that I go because I'm ex-military, and they always keeping an eye on me. And my phone came up missing after I loaded this specimen on TikTok. My phone came up missing, and then the specimen of the Asian giant hornet came up missing. So it's not a government conspiracy that there is an Asian giant hornet going around. These are actually God's secret weapon. And I'm going to show you why, okay? These are actually God's secret weapon. Let's go back. Verse number 3. And out of the smoke came locusts upon the earth, and they were given power like that of a scorpion of earth. And they were told not to harm the grass of the earth, or any green thing, or any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God on their foreheads. They were not allowed to kill them, but to torture them for 5 months. And the agony that they suffered was like that of a sting of a scorpion when it strikes a man, because a scorpion can strike you multiple times and not die. All right? And the agony that they suffered was like that of a sting of a scorpion when it strikes a man. During those days, key point, during those days, this is the key. This is the focus point. This is the moral of the story, like you learned in school, right? During those days, people will seek death, but shall not find it. They will long to die, but death will elude them. All right? Now, the shape of the horses, they look like something prepared for battle. They had heads. On their heads was crowns like gold, and their faces resembled human faces. Their hair was like women's hair, and their teeth was like lions' teeth. Those are mandible claws, and when they get you with them claws in their teeth, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. You gonna get, it's like getting bit by a big gigantic ant. You know, and you don't like getting bit by fire ants. Now this one here feels like you got bit by some gigantic ant. All right. They had hair like women's hair. They had teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplate like the breastplates of iron, and the sounds of their wings was like the thundering of many horses and chariots rushing into battle. They had stings in their tails like scorpions, and their tail power was in their tails to hurt people for 5 months. They had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon. But in Greek, his name, they have it as Apollyon. That is the destroyer. One woe is past. 2 other woes are yet to come. And I'm going to put a stop right there because once Abaddon is given his rightful reign upon the earth, and I'm talking about from God, you're going to see that these 2 more woes that are coming, Abaddon is getting ready to go to war against Satan and his army, because Satan and his army is coming against God and the church and the saints. So this is an ultimate battle between evil and good and evil. Good versus evil, evil versus good, righteous and unrighteous. It's a war, an eternal war. So I'm gonna be like Scorpion. Get over here. All right. I'm finna take this outside because it's 420. It's 420 at 8:16 in the morning, and I can't do this in here, or I'll get, the police called on me and shit. Not like they ain't already here. So y'all stay tuned. I'll be back later, probably in the studio next week, and I'll be in the studio next week. So shalom, peace.